morning, everybody, and welcome to Her Story Women in Loyalism. And today we're going to have a wee chat with Sandra Logan about some of the things we've been up to lately. Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning, Rhonda.
Sandra, the past wee while we've been doing quite a few courses through a course called Confidence Through Creativity. Mm-hmm. The first thing we did was a 3-day course on first aid training.
Yes.
Which is invaluable to
Absolutely.
everybody anyway.
Yeah.
The second part that we're actually in the middle of doing at the minute is more like creativity. So the first week we got a wee plaque, we made a wee plaque, and everybody was putting on it like somewhere that, even a memory of somewhere that you liked. And you actually went back a few years.
Quite a few. The girl went somewhere where you were really relaxed, at peace, and comfortable, and felt safe. And mine was actually at the back of my granny's many moons ago, and it was just wee small forested place, but it was full of bluebells, and I just used to sit in the middle of them. My back up against a tree, and that was amazing. And then there was a river, and obviously you could hear that, you know.
It's amazing, but we were asked to think about somewhere that we loved, or, as you said, a safe place, or something that people like doing. Now, all the girls had such different stories, and I actually give you a wee bit more insight to some of them. But the thing that I liked most was the way everybody really jumped into it. They didn't hold back.
No.
And on the first week, we done the wee plaques and she took them away to varnish them. But the second week was actually more thought-provoking.
Definitely. We had to do, she gave us all a white mask, you know, and she wanted us to do the front of it with what people seen, and then on the inside write what you're really like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some of them were absolutely beautiful, but as you say, when you turned them round, there was fear, anxiety.
Yeah,
you
everybody
know, all them things.
on the front, it showed what everybody thought that people seen.
Yes.
On the inside, you put in it what you actually felt inside. So it was amazing, the two sides to each mask, and what people see. And she sort of done an iceberg in the water at the start, and there was only a few things that people were comfortable with, but the list below the surface was really intense.
Massive.
One of the wee girls that was doing it, now I was really, really impressed with some of the stuff that she done, how the outside of her mask looked beautiful with things that she associates with everyday life.
Yes.
And then she had actually done the inside of it with dark patches, but didn't write anything.
No.
Which I found really interesting.
And it's great to see a young one like that is so anxious and shy and really starting to come out herself a wee bit.
Yeah.
See, I was actually surprised at her, to be honest.
I was too, but all the girls, when they were doing the mask, it was amazing. Whenever you looked at everybody's masks, you think, oh, well, that's how I see you. But then when they turn them round and you see all the anxiety and doubt and fear and everything on the inside, you think, well, really, I think we're all like that.
I think so. I think that's a human thing.
Yeah.
You know, it lets you see you're human. And like the one I done, I just cut the front. I didn't cut it, but I put a line down, you know, and on that side there was what I would call the good side, and that side there's a darker side, you know, and I sort of painted everything darker here and lighter here. But when I looked at it later on, it was the lighter side that was starting to take over the darker side. You know, the fears, the anxieties, you know, and it's all down to sort of her story and doing things with people and bringing me out of my shell.
And that's actually amazing how your subconscious done that
It
without
did.
you actually
It did
realising
without
it.
me realising
and
it.
you know, and I found that with a lot of the girls, their masks and whatever. And you actually, yes, we know a lot of girls in her story. Yes, but how well do we actually know them? There's a few now that we know a lot more about and
Yeah.
whatever. And to be fair, we were all comfortable enough to express what we
Absolutely.
were doing, you know.
Absolutely.
So Tina, that's taken the course, lovely girl, she at the end she'll do 10, 15 minutes of mindful wellness, where she plays the music in the background and she talks to you about breathe. Just concentrate on your breathing and then feel this go, you know, everything going down and whatever. And you really did. I felt everything like just sinking.
Yeah.
And you do get such a relaxed feeling. The first week you didn't really
No, I couldn't. I couldn't.
apprehension, I think.
Yeah, and the unknown, and I suppose I'm not used to relaxing and, you know, just whatever. But now the second week, I was fit to sort of relax a bit more. And in all honesty, I could have slept. And even into the Wednesday, I was relaxed. You know, it was, I can't explain it.
It's wonderful because, as I said before, women, I think it's just a natural thing. We tend to make sure everybody's all right and are looking after everybody else, and we forget about ourselves.
We don't take time for ourselves.
You know, and it's actually quite interesting because, like, yes, her story, that the main ethos is education and research, and we just finished the Good Friday Agreement the other day after a few months.
Yep.
And we're looking for new stuff.
Yeah.
But to have a wee session like this, it's actually brought a lot of comfort to people, I suppose.
I think it has. Just to see the girls all concentrating, you know, and you're sort of all on the one page for a couple of hours, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And as you say, it helps you get to know them
Yeah.
a wee bit more personally.
It
You
is.
know what I mean?
Yep. And as I say, the research that we do, we're looking at new stuff, legislations that we could have a wee look at.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard because there's so many,
there is.
and the research will continue.
Well,
Definitely.
we were looking at a thing on Monday, and there's just so many. And we discovered that there's, on a Monday and Tuesday, there's paper bills, and they're on the gov.gov, is it?
Yeah.
Whatever. And, you know, the thing. I just can't wait to get down into it. And I'm
Yeah.
just going to start from the beginning of November and take the 2 Monday and the Tuesday out, and I read at them and just see.
Yeah.
Because you just don't. Well, personally, I don't know what's going on.
We didn't, but that's the thing. We tend, as women again, tend to sit back and not bother with
Yeah.
politics or whatever. But now that we're getting into it, we're actually seeing there's a lot more to it than what we
Yeah,
thought.
yeah.
But we love it, so we do.
We do.
And we'll have a wee think about that over the weekend.
We will.
So and that's all we have time for today. So thank you all very much for joining us, and we will see you again. Goodbye.